Welcome to First National Bank's Coach's Corner with Tony Tone and Muscatine High School football coach Jake Mueller. Listen online at vintage931.com or on your smartphone with the free Vintage Sound app. Let's start the show.
All right, here we go. Coach's Corner, First National Bank, Tony Tone, Muskie head football coach Jake Mueller. This is exciting. There's 2 games left.
Yeah.
And, Coach, you guys, man, last Friday, we got to go back. City High comes to town. You have inclement weather. You are successful, and you beat Iowa City High. Emotions are high after the game. There's a great clip of everybody together, and I had such a sense of I had such a feeling of, wow, this is a team that seems to be very much together. What are the emotions after a game like that, and how proud were you of your team after last Friday's game?
Yeah, I was extremely proud. A lot of emotions because, the first 5 weeks obviously were not easy. You spend so much time from the end of last season, in the off season, all the time you spend, and then just to have, the first month of the season just not go the way you would like it to, and then then we kind of knew it was going to be a rough go, and then we get into district play and have a little bit more success, but then. To play a team like Iowa City High and a good program like they are, we knew it was going to be a big game. And a lot of times during that game, we could have tanked and let the thing go. But sure. our kids just stayed the course and just battled and just kept playing and fighting. And, as a coach, just very proud that the seeing guys stick together and make plays at the end of the game and just be tough. I think there's a lot of value in being mentally and physically tough. And, I'm just really, really proud of our kids and our team and our coaches to get that win.
So all of a sudden, all the games are important, obviously, especially when you're in district play, but now you and the boys, you control your destiny, so to speak, right? So you have Davenport Central Friday at Brady Street Stadium. They have a heck of a running back. The kid he had 400 yards in the first half of a game. You've seen a lot of talented teams. But if you're successful Friday, which we know you're going to be, and then you close out the season with Clinton next week, playoffs.
If we win out, yes.
Wow. So it's always one game at a time. It's just kind of exciting because, again, I think people forget that it matters when you get to the district schedule. So people might look at this the record of the Muskies and think, how could they go to the playoffs? But you have to remember you're 2-1 in your district now, right?
Yep.
So this is it. So if you're listening and you're thinking, how could they go to the playoffs? The first games are just sort of like test and tune. They're important. You want to win, but it's really just priming your team for this district play. So we go to Central. What's this running back's name? I can't even think of it.
His last name is Hill.
Hill.
He's number 32.
Man.
I think it's Jatavia
Hill. So, okay, is it all week practice like usual, but keeping in mind that you're going to face a running back like you maybe haven't seen this season?
Yeah, we keep things pretty similar week to week, defensively making a few adjustments. But he's the best running back we've played. And we played some good running backs, but he's at a different level.
Sure.
He just when there's guys there to make a tackle, he just finds a way to make a miss. And just very elusive, not a big, huge kid by any means, but just quick and fast and really good balance and finds a way to get through holes and make people miss.
I saw a couple of clips, and I thought, this is high school, right? There's just there's some athletes, but then again, everybody has the ability to step up in the sense of your defense being tested so many different ways. I look at your schedule and I listen to the games and I see clips. You've seen so much that I feel like this is like the perfect time to play Central for your team, right? You've had success. You've faced some tough opponents. You said this is the best running back you'll see, but don't you feel good going in? Like coming off of last week, probably had a good week of practice. The guys must just be ready for Friday to get here.
Yeah, I think we're playing the best football we've played.
Yeah.
We're continuing to get better, and it took us a long time to kind of learn what guys can do with their skill level and how to match it all together. And you'd like to have it come together sooner, but
sure.
In a year like this, where you're going to come through with 20 20 new starters, it's going to take some time. And we're at a spot now where we feel like we have a really good understanding of what our kids can and can't do. And we're playing our best. And, we're going to need to play our best on Friday because Central is a very good team. But you're right, to your point, the non-district schedule did prepare us because we played some really good teams. Our kids worked through it and battled through it. And now, we get to go play a good team at their home stadium in a very big matchup.
It's going to be exciting. Friday, voiceofmuscatine.com. You can stream the game online. I hope you'll go if you're able, or listen on KWPC Radio. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll look ahead to next week, and before we do that, we'll touch on Muskie freshman football in just a second. Stay tuned for more.
First National Bank is proud to sponsor the On the Money program at Muscatine High School. When the volleyball, swim, basketball, and baseball teams score big, they earn money for the Muskie Boosters. Since 1997, their hard work has earned over $55,000 in donations from First National Bank. We are also proud to sponsor the Muskie Football Red Zone. Can't make it to the game? Don't miss a minute of the excitement. Tune into AM 860 or FM 95.1 to hear the games broadcast live. Go Muskies. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to First National Bank's Coach's Corner on Vintage Sound 93.1.
All right, we're back. Muskie's on the road. Davenport Central, Friday, big game. And then next week, Clinton. Before we talk about Clinton at all, and it'll be brief, Coach, the freshman Muskie football team is undefeated. And I don't know if I have friends that have kids on the team, but I've sort of seen these updates on Facebook, and they've had a great season, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. It's a really good group of kids. And, one thing that maybe just seems a little bit different than them than some of the others is just the one is the numbers. There's just a lot more of them out, and which is awesome. And then it's a group that just loves football. They love the game, and you can tell.
So it's a thing where there'll be sophomores next year. Do you see some of those sophomores playing up on varsity, or is it way too soon to even think about?
Probably way too soon.
Okay, because I know how much people can grow and change over a year or so.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You always got to keep things in perspective as a younger, especially at the freshman sophomore level. Especially, you don't know, do the other teams have freshmen playing up? Do the other kids have sophomores playing up? And so it's a developmental season. But that being said, we like the development that we've seen out of our kids. And, we had one freshman last week that played varsity for us, Tim Nimley, and he had over 100 yards rushing. So, we feel good about the younger kids that are coming up in our program. And, it's awesome that the group of seniors that we have now have stayed the course and are doing a great job. But, we feel good about our kids at the lower levels for sure.
Really encouraging to hear that they have a good number on that freshman team. I mean, because it seems like football across the country, maybe numbers aren't where we would like them, but it is a good sign locally to know that you have a healthy group that's out for freshmen.
Yeah, they've been right around 50 or a little bit above 50 at the freshman level, so that's outstanding.
Who's freshman head coach?
Coach Haller, Mark Haller.
All right. Yep. Well, listen, good for you, freshman Muskies. Keep it up. Next week's Clinton. You get to end the season at home, the regular season. That's got to feel good, right? You don't have to go on the road.
Yeah.
Would you rather go to Clinton or no?
No, I would not. Not at all.
Okay.
We much prefer to be here at home for senior night.
I know that this is a different Clinton team. They had that stud quarterback for a number of years, and he's gone now. So this is maybe a retooling Clinton team. But, of course, you can't look over any opponent, let alone the last game of the season. Anything advanced scouting to briefly mention about Clinton?
I really haven't thought much about
That's
Clinton.
good. Yeah. I was testing you to see. It's all central.
It's red and blue, the Blue Devils. Right. Number 32, we got to get that guy on the ground, and we got to make plays. They're a very good team. They've got they got a right tackle who is 6'5", 350.
Holy moly.
And he moves really well. He looks like he should play in the NFL right now. Like he's a big dude.
And that's somebody that's on Central right now.
Yeah.
6'5",
we've never seen anybody like that. We don't have anybody.
Wow. Unbelievable.
So they've got some really talented kids over there, and we're going to have to play a good football game.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I love that the playoff future is in your hands, and I feel good about this team. It just again seems like that city. It seems like the whole season last Friday, the momentum coming into this Friday. There's a lot that's shaping up well for the Muskies. So Good luck Friday.
Thank you.
Davenport Central on the road, Brady Street Stadium in Davenport. Fill the visitor stands if you're able to go. Or, again, listen to Brian Musell and Jim Miller, voiceofmuscatine.com. Following week is at home against Clinton, and if the Muskies win out, you would then play, I believe, the 25th? Again, don't worry about it. I'll worry about the dates. You take it one step at a time.
Just thinking about this Friday night.
But we'll keep you informed, obviously, along the way. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Go Muskies. And here we go. Another installment of the First National Bank Coaches Corner is done. I can't believe it. One more to go, right?
Yeah.
One more regular season Coaches Corner. Go Muskies. Davenport Central Friday. It's a big one. This is Tony Tone Vintage Sound. We'll take a quick break and come back. Hang